Hi everyone, it's Finn. So happy New Year. I know this is a little late. It's like 10 odd days into January already. But I wanted to make a New Year vid and just say hello. But I've been a bit busy, but better late than never. And I've got a fair few things to say, but I'm going to try and be as succinct as possible. But you know me, it might not happen. Firstly, I hope everyone had a really, really good Christmas and New Year. I know that the holidays are not always the easiest time for us trans guys because we've got a lot of stress on our shoulders and we often have family problems as well. So I hope that everybody managed to find people to share the holidays with and get some support. So this was my first Christmas as Finn. My first Mayan Christmas, which is really exciting, actually. It was really, really cool to get presents that were really manly. I mean, it's stuff that I would kind of get for myself anyway, you know, kind of like body sprays and stuff like that. But it's the sort of stuff that normally at Christmas people wouldn't get for me because they'd think, you know. But this year, of course, everyone just loved the fact that they could just get me what they want. And so I got lots of man stuff. So I thought I'd share some of that with you. From that, I got this wonderful... Can you see that? Oh, it's backwards because my camera, I think. But it says Mayan tin. So it's got all my manly things in it, which currently is my manly razors and everything. Exciting. Only for me, man tin. Yes, yes, yes. And for my best mate Kev, I got Batman pyjamas. So cool, so cool, so cool. And no, it's not a vibrator. It's a beard trimmer. And one day soon this year, this will come in handy. Really, really cool. From that, look at that. For a wonderful boyfriend. So cool. Star Wars! Ha! So yeah, really, really cool. Oh, most important thing, I got this ring from Nat. Don't know if you can see, but it's Lord of the Rings styly. It's a commitment ring, and it's got Elvish, and it says, one ring to bind our love. Really cute. And I got Nat one, last Valentine's Day, but a pagan commitment ring, so now we've got a commitment ring each. Thought that was quite lovely. One last thing I want to show you. I'm getting all overexcited. Wait a minute. I got these from Nat's brother. Absolutely fantastic. Hang on. Now this is the best thing in the world. I can just see me as an old man with my slippers and my Batman pyjamas and this. Awesome or what? So yeah. Ow. Got a massive selection of moustaches. So if by November I don't have a tash, this little baby is coming out. But with any luck, the way things are going, I should be sporting at least some bum fluff by Christmas. So yeah, really, really great Christmas. Loved every minute of it, and it was just so nice to be with Nat's family and chill out because things have been a bit stressful. So just to have a couple of weeks to go, right, sod it, can do what I want, chill out with the people I love and the people that get me, it was just amazing, and I'm really, really lucky. And Nat and I went to London for New Year's Eve, and we stood on Waterloo Bridge and watched the fireworks, and that was absolutely amazing as well. So yeah, another kind of real first for me on my transition really, and being at Christmas who I am and getting cards and presents to Finn, and I've saved everything because it's just something I want to remember. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Really, 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 really good Christmas. So, on to the New Year stuff. Let me get some coffee and calm down. Yes, New Year stuff. Right. I have spoken about this a little bit on my It's a Man's World video I've just done. In that, before Christmas I hit a bit of a wall and have been struggling a bit with low mood, high anxiety, which has kind of knocked me for six a bit. I've managed it really well over the last couple of years, and through everything that's been going on through transition and the weight and everything, I've managed it quite well. But I think what's been happening for me the last few months is that I've been minimalising stuff a bit too much. I've been saying I'm alright, and I actually wasn't alright. Basically, before Christmas, I think I definitely did. I did a blog about the fact that I'd gone back to work. I'd started some volunteer work. It was with young people, doing things that I'm passionate about, talking about drug and alcohol addiction and managing yourself and your mental health and everything psychology related that I really want to do. But I was getting really anxious, and it was meaning that I'd be really anxious for the day I was there. Then I'd come home and be exhausted, because when I run at high anxiety, I get immensely tired and I crash. And so I was constantly kind of coming home from there crashing. By the time I was picking myself up again, it was time to do the 1 day a week again, and then I was crashing. My uni work was suffering, my AA meetings were suffering, and I didn't really want to admit defeat, but in the end I had to kind of just say, I can't manage this, I absolutely can't manage this. And I unfortunately had to walk away from it. And I did kick myself for a little bit about that. But then I remembered, hang on, the reason I'm doing volunteer work is to A, work out what I want to do, and B, to work out if I can do it. So why am I being hard on myself, So I've got a new volunteer job starting in January. Oh, it's January now. Starting at some point this month. With a group in Oxford who work with people with special educational needs of varying ages, doing things like drama, arts, crafts, going out on day trips. But the key is it's minimum commitment, so you can do as little or as much as you want. And that might be more sorted for me, I think, more suitable for me, because then on weeks when I'm great, I can do as much as I want, and weeks when I'm not so great, I can, balance things out a little bit. It is frustrating. I feel so much better than I did 2 years ago, and there's this big should thing lighting up in my head. I should be better, I should be able to do this, I shouldn't feel this much anxiety. And it was a bit of a blow to realise I wasn't ready. I honestly thought I was more ready than I obviously was. And that's a bit gutting. But, as plenty of people have reminded me, I've got a lot on my plate. I'm only 2 years clean and sober, which is a small drop in the ocean compared to the fact I've been off my face for the last pretty much 38 years of my life. Okay, I wasn't off my face as a kid, but you know what I mean. I spent most of my life dealing with life through drink and drugs, through other unhealthy things, through having mental health problems, and all of that is not going to change in just 2 years. I've come a long way in 2 years, but it's going to take a little bit longer than that for things to be, as straightforward as I'd like them to be. And then I've got the trans stuff on top. So, I'm kind of saying to myself a lot at the moment, just to stop getting on my own back, which I can be guilty of. I can kind of kick myself a little bit too much and then wonder why I've got bruises and can't walk properly. So, yeah, I've just got to remind myself always, as I've said in the It's a Man's video as well, just to do what I can do. It's progress, not perfection. That's what it's all about. And just do the best I can do. And if I can't run off back to work right now, that's okay. I got my benefits stopped before Christmas, which didn't help. Over here in the UK, it's mayhem at the moment with benefits. They're coming down really heavy on a lot of people, and unfortunately, it's not biased. Even the people that aren't working the system are getting in trouble, and I'm one of them. I failed a medical. Because I'm in that kind of grey area where I'm not as sick as I was, but I'm not well enough to work, and you can often kind of like fall in this grey area where you lose your benefit. And so that was kind of, it felt to me like they were saying, see, you should be out working, and that kind of knocked me for six as well. But I'm going to appeal with that, and my advisor is kind of really strongly saying to me, you're quite clearly not ready, you're in your rights, appeal it, it's fine. So yeah, I think I'm just trying to not let that inner voice tell me that I'm rubbish and interpret things that happen to me as the fact that it's my fault, because it's not. I've done, and I am still doing everything I can to get myself well. My transition is part of getting myself well. As I kind of start properly turning into myself through using hormones and what have you, that's going to be so much easier, and it is just a process of recovery, and I've got to stop being so hard on myself. Yes. So that brings me to my biggest New Year. Let me just check the time. I don't want to go on too much. Brings me to my biggest New Year thing, really, which is to just be a lot more gentle on myself and just do what I can and keep reminding myself of that, rather than getting on my own back. Another big thing I want to sort out this year is my relationship with food, which is still pants. It's an ongoing issue for me, really, that I do emotionally eat. I'm not a massive guy. I'm not saying that, I'm hugely overweight. I'm not. But I'm carrying more than I'd like. And that's not even the issue, really. The issue is, since getting clean and sober and having a healthier head, it's much easier to notice when things in my head aren't healthy. And my relationship with food isn't healthy. And I would like that sorted out. The gym thing I'm doing, is on and off. Last year it was on and off because I kept going to festivals, so I'd have a month at the gym and then a few weeks off and a month at the gym. So I'm trying to keep that regular, and just try and do something about my emotional eating and get my weight down a little bit. I want to be in the best shape possible for when I start T and for when I have my top surgery. So that's quite important for me this year. But alongside being good to myself, balancing, doing what I can do. The last couple of weeks I've got myself back to the gym because I had obviously 2 weeks off for Christmas. It's not been great. I've done one gym session each week and a couple of Tabatas and a run, so it's something, it's starting, and the food's not been too bad compared to Christmas and our mammoth cheese fest. Wow, that was incredible. So yeah, I'm getting that back in order, so I'll keep you informed on that. I am actually kind of taking pictures every month of progress I've made at the gym. There's a bit, I have definitely broadened out on my shoulders, but I haven't done a massive kind of like video catch-up of gym progress because of the on and off thing and the eating thing. I don't feel it's like a massive deal to show, so I haven't. But maybe in the future I will. But I think if I tried to do a catch-up video, it would be just too much pressure for me. I'd get kind of too hung up in it, so I'm not going to do that. But I will keep you informed of me trying to do that. And my third New Year thing that I want to really focus on this year is my social life, because I do really enjoy just sitting at home with Nat and watching a good film or laying in the bath for a few hours and reading a good book. But I need to get out there a bit more and especially meet some more trans guys. I keep trying to go to the London meets, but not making it, partly because my anxiety has been a bit up in the air. But there's something I'd really, really like to do. And my friends here in Oxford as well, because I've not been very good at keeping in touch, so I'm going to try and sort that out. And definitely meet up with some trans guys. I'm actually excitedly meeting up with Chris next week. Chris, who runs It's a Man's World. He's at the Laurels as well. And we've both got appointments on the same day next week, so it's so exciting. So I'm going to meet him, and then we're going to travel up to the Laurels together. So that's going to be really, really cool. I've just chatted to him on the phone, and we just got on like a house on fire. So that's going to be brilliant. So I think that's going to help, actually, you know, because when I go to AA and I talk to people in AA, I can relate. And I think it's the same thing with all the trans stuff that's going on. It's wonderful, all the connections I've got on here and the friends I've got online. You know, I wouldn't swap that for the world, but I think really meeting some people in real life that are trans, that get this, would help. Having some trans friends would really, really help in the real world. So that's what I'm going to do. So my 3 things this year are: 2, really get myself fit, healthy and in good shape for testosterone and top surgery. To really connect with my friends again and get out and meet people, and to also make some new trans friends as well. And with all of those things, to be gentle with myself and to stop kicking myself and just to do what I can, and to remember that key phrase: it is progress, not perfection, you know, and to remember that I've got a lot on and that I'm doing the best I can. So yeah, that's my 3 things. And I've gone on for 13 minutes, so I better wrap it up. If you've got to the end of this, thank you very much for listening. It's really cool. But yeah, I just wanted to catch everyone up with where I am really, and I've got an appointment next Wednesday at the Laurels, and not long, so it should be tea not long after that. So exciting, so exciting. Good things this year, good things. It's all been very challenging, and it will be, but I believe it's challenging in a good way. You know, growing into yourself is never going to be the easiest option, but I think it's the most beautiful. So I'm hanging on in. Right, I will catch up next week after I've been to the Laurels and let you know how that goes. And take care of yourselves, everybody. Very, very happy New Year, and I wish you all the best for 2013. May all your dreams and wishes and aspirations for this year come true. Love you all. Speak soon. Bye-bye.